Good afternoon, class.
Okay.
Today we will be talking about some basic concepts in computer programming. Computer programming is not hard the way people think it is. It's only for you to be introduced into it by the correct person or the right person who knows it and is practicing it, that's all. And you will flow, you will understand. I'm going to take a few minutes to demystify the mystery behind computer programming. All of us here have eaten rice on one or two occasions. I have my sister here, Grace. If I ask Grace, I want to eat rice, what should be the first response? Grace, what should be the first response? Yes, the first response is, what type of rice do I want to eat? Because you have jollof rice, you have white rice, rice and stew, you have what? Fried rice, all kinds of rice. So the first thing you should ask, what type of rice do you want? Now, if you get that, the next thing is to get all the ingredients and do the cooking. So, in the concept of programming, a user will meet you and say, I want my application, for instance, to compute result for me. Now you ask, okay, what kind of result are you computing? For instance, in a secondary school setting, I want to compute a term result, I want to compute an annual result, I want to compute result for a particular subject. Do you understand? You need to ask these questions and get to know the exact thing that the user wants. Now, as we were referring to the cooking example, the ingredients Grace will go to the market and buy to come and put together to do the cooking. In programming, we call them variables. She will buy something like Maggi, salt, pepper, onion, and the rest. Now, why do we call these things variables? For instance, if Grace goes to the market to buy Maggi, Maggi can be Star, Maggi can be Reiko, Maggi can be another brand of Maggi. Even though the variable name, the brand, the total name is Maggi, but there are different types of Maggis. Are you there? So we are saying that if, for instance, now we come into this result of the thing we are talking about, and we take student A, what is the name of the student A? We get, for instance, John. We go to student B. What is the name for student B? We get maybe Joy. It is the variable called name, but as it is moving from one person to another, the content of the variable is changing. What the variable holds is changing. Vary means variation, changing. So even though the variable name is name, it keeps changing when each candidate is called upon. Are you there?
Yes.
So that is what variables are in computer programming. Just like as you want to do cooking, you first get the ingredients by your side before you start the cooking. Exactly it is in computing. Before you start writing your program, what do you do first? You declare your variables. You declare all the variables you need, then you start writing your program. How will you know what and what is a variable? The domain you are to write this program in, what are the noun words in that domain? The noun words in that domain are variables, and the verb words in that domain, the doing words that ends with ing in that domain are functions. For instance, as we were talking about cooking or rice, Maggi, salt, oil, these are noun words. They are called variables. And then when you talk about things like boiling, washing, these are verbs. These are doing words, and in programming they refer to as functions. Functions are going to do something and return a result for you. Are you there? So this is how you can identify variables and functions in a programming context. So the next thing, you declare your variables, you now begin to arrange those variables to get that thing you are talking about. Like in the result setting we're talking about, you get the student name, you get the subject name, you get the class, and then you get the student score, and then you begin to add together to get the result. Are we there? Yeah. So if Grace forget, for instance, onion as she went to the market and she has started cooking rice, and on arriving at the point of using onion, she discovered onion is not there, she will dash out, she will pause the cooking. Thou shalt get onion, come back, and then add onion and continue the cooking. So also, you may start writing your program and discover that, I need so variable. You can go back and add that variable and continue doing your program. Are you there? Yeah. So this is how you can do your program. This is how you can do your variables. I told you that variables can come in different forms, can come as integer, as string, as floating point variable. It can come in form of block images. It can come in form of what? Different forms, text. So, as I was trying to say, if I say I want to eat rice and Grace jumps off and goes to the market, buy things, cook jollof rice and present to me, while what I intended to eat is white rice and stew, that will not satisfy my need. So in the early history of computer programming, there is a concept called waterfall, where the programmers, they will take the software requirements from the user and then go through the software development life cycle, where you have requirement gathering, feasibility, you do the design, you do the coding, you do the testing, you do the deployment. So programmers will go and do this thing. Sometimes it will take 6 months, sometimes it will take 1 year to get it complete, and then they will present it to the user. So assuming in this process, Grace has taken such a long time and resources, and after 1 year, she presented a jollof rice to me while I intend to eat white rice. You know that would be a waste of time and resources. So the waterfall approach in software development was creating so much problem, wasting time and resources. Now they sat together and brought out another project that was better than that, an improvement on that, and they called it Agile methodology of software development. What does Agile methodology of software development entails? It entails you meet the customer, get the requirements, finish one requirement, work on it, and present to the customer. Let the customer criticize. You people should agree on what to do. Correct it before you move to the next phase. And those short deliverables you are doing and giving to the customer are called sprinters. You divide them into sprinters. They can take 2 weeks, they can take 1 month, depending on what is involved and the time people agree on it. So Agile software development has removed the problem of taking a long time before coming to the customer or designing a product to the end when it will not serve the customer's need. Are you there? Even at this point, there was also an issue where at a point, developers will finish building the product and the people in the operations department will not be able to use this product because it does not fit in on their devices or it's not working the way they expect it to be. And that gave birth to a department or another arm in programming called DevOps, Development and Operations, combined together. These DevOps engineers, they are working with developers and they are working with the operations department. And as the development is going on, they are seeing what is here and they are matching with what they are already testing in software, using softwares on how this thing will work on the operational department's machines. All their capacity and everything is simulated inside. And they are able to know that this thing can work well with operations. So that development unit will not do something that at the end, operation team will not be able to use it. Are you there? Yes. And that is what is called continuous development, continuous integration. You do this small part, they add to the existing one, it's working. You do this small part, you come and add. Incrementally, you keep adding features. A whole project or a big project can begin with only a home page. You do the home page, you come and add another page. After 2-3 weeks or 2-3 days, you come and add another feature. And as customers are using, you are getting feedback and you are improving. And this thing grows tomorrow into a very big software or a very big application. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Facebook did not start the way it is today. Facebook started only exchanging text. From there, images were added. From there, videos came, friend requests, groups, and all of this. And today, Facebook is a very big software. It didn't start like that. And so do many other softwares we use. So if you have an idea, you can actually start that small and it will grow. And also, if you do this, give it. If you don't give, our customers will not use, you may not know exactly what that thing will be. Because sometimes the idea you have may be different from what the people want. By the time you release, they are using it, they are giving you their feedback. And from there, you are able to improve on this, and at the end, you have a good software. So this is the little background with which you need to know or how to be able to launch out into software development and do it effectively and well. Any question? It's all right. You guys are good to go, so I know you will deliver well. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.